Today what we'll do, so we will take up this, one topic, called optimization. Okay, optimization. So, uh, optimization, I think, you might have studied this particular optimization subject in, research operations or, operational research in that particular subject. And also, some courses are floated in elective as well. Okay, so this optimization. And when it comes to research, okay, most of the people are working in the optimization. Okay, so most of the people are working in optimization. So that is the uh, that is why one has to learn this particular topic called optimization. Okay, so let us get into this particular topic. What is this optimization? Okay, and where exactly we have to use. Okay, so and what are the different optimization techniques are there? How we can use this Python program, okay, to execute that kind of problem. Okay, so these things we are going to see in this particular session. Fine. So today's topic is optimization. Okay, so where exactly we use this particular optimization? Okay, so that is also we'll see specifically in electrical domain. Okay, so uh, let us understand this optimization in a very simple sense. So you have some you need to find something. Okay, so you need to find something. So that is the objective. Okay, so you want to find out some value. Okay, so and if you want to find some value, and if you have choices, okay, if you have choices, then you have to use optimization. Okay, so that is very clear. So you want to find out some value, uh, and that value has some choices, then you have to use the uh, optimization problem. And say the situation, you want to find the values, and if you don't have a choices, then you should not use optimization. So there is no use of using this optimization techniques in that kind of problem. Okay, when you have choices, then only you need to go for optimization. And also the situation when you cannot find some value, you cannot use optimization. Okay, so if you cannot find a value, then you cannot go for optimization. The only place where you can apply optimization is when you have choices. Okay, so if you want to find some value, and if some choices are there, then what is that? So you can go for optimization technique. So because you have a choices, which choice is best? Okay, so which choice is best? Okay, so you need to find, right? So you can find the value, but so what you will be doing? So you will be finding the best choice, correct? Best choice. So that is also one objective in optimization. So if you want this, I mean, you have to go for optimization. Simple, analogy is basically even if you see the human activities or human response. Okay, so always he uses optimization everywhere, correct? Say for example, you want to go from one place to other place. So now even if you are moving in classroom itself, okay, say what exactly goes in your mind. Say if you want to reach to one particular point, at one point you will see the classroom and where desks are there, which is the best place to go. Okay, where obstacle is there, you will at one instant you will think, and you will in your mind you will find that particular path. Okay, you have a lot of choices. You will in your mind you will find that particular path. That path is basically the best choice. So then you will move. correct? So that is what your you will respond for any activity. Okay, so you want to attend examination. Okay, so how much time you have to give for first question, second question, third question. Some optimization works in your mind. Okay, so what is how much time I have to give for problematic subject, and depending upon the constraint, all these things you evolve, and then you will find out the best choice, and then you will move. So so that's why this optimization is is required. So when it comes to system, okay, say for example, if you consider electric vehicle, what is the, how I have to control the motor, controller to get the maximum mileage. You see, there, whenever you, hear this word, okay, maximize or minimize, okay, so that is nothing but optimization problem. Okay, maximize or minimize. So if you have this particular term in that particular problem, then that is a optimization. You have to go for optimization only. Okay, say maximize the mileage of electric vehicle by strategic control of motor controller, you see. So that is optimization problem. So now the thing is, you there is some optimum point. Okay, you always have to hit, okay, to get the maximum output. So that problem is basically optimization. Maybe in electrical, so getting maximum output from the generator. Okay, you see, I'm using maximize. Okay, to maximize the generator output. Okay, or to reduce the to minimize the bill amount for the customer. You see, to minimize the bill amount for the customer by properly distributing electric power. Okay, so that is also optimization problem. And also you see, minimize the carbon emission by scheduling the generator appropriately. You see, so these are all basically optimization problem. What you think, you can formulate and you can solve. So this is the a simple in a simple way how you have to understand. Okay, so when you have to go for optimization. Okay, so and in fact, even if you see the research, any research you open, so people will will use optimization technique. Okay, so optimization technique, the whole idea about this optimization technique is basically, you see, uh, there are n number of inputs are there in any system, correct? Say I'll call this as u1, u2, u3, and all those things. And you have m number of output, correct? You have outputs. Now the thing is, for which combination of this input, okay, so you want to get the desired output. Okay, so that is basically some kind of permutation and combination, correct? So, and that is the problem. Say for example, here what combination of input I have to give so that I should get the desired output, multiple output, correct? So that is the challenge. So that cannot be met using your simple permutation and combination. Okay, say we cannot even say for example, even if you consider binary, okay, 8 combinations you have to give. Okay, 8 combination, 2 to the power of 8, 2 to the power of 8 combinations, sorry, 2 to the power of 3 combinations you have to give, and for each combinations you have to see the output, and one among this output will be the best. Okay, your desired output, then you have to choose that one. Okay, so this is basically iterative method. Okay, and you are giving all combination and you are testing and you are getting the output. So this model is not correct. Okay, so this model is not correct because this is binary input is fine. So if it is a discrete input, okay, you will get lot of the combinations. If it is a continuous variable, you will get infinite number of combinations. So in that sense, it is impossible to go for permutations and combinations. Okay, for different combinations of input, you provide and find out whether you are getting your desired output. So that is wow. I mean, that is the wrong way of evolving the best solution. Okay, wrong way of evolving best solution. So sometime what happens, billions combinations will come. We cannot test all the combinations, right? So that's why that is not a correct way of evolving the desired output or the best output. Okay, so now what happens, when you do that, say for example, in when you take these 8 inputs, so when you try to see the output, okay, somewhere you will get some good output. Okay, so good output, then you should not freeze. You should not consider that as a best. There may be some other combination that may provide best solution. So that is the limitation of the getting output, okay, desired output for the by giving combination. So that's why these optimization techniques are very powerful. Okay, so these techniques will not use permutation and combinations. They basically they use some kind of movements, or they move from one set of the inputs, or one set of the variables to the other set of variable in an intelligent manner. Okay, intelligent manner, and then they will check whether they are getting desired output or not. Okay, so that is what exactly happens in the optimization. Okay, so I'll just give you what exactly I'm trying to do in all the optimization technique. Normally this all these optimization techniques are again iterative techniques. Okay, iterative techniques. Okay, so iteration means it goes from one point to other point, correct? So now the thing is, you see, say you may have input 1, input 2, input 3. Okay, for some u1, u2, u3, for some u, okay, so some u, okay, so this is the u1, u2, u3 for this particular point, and what output you are getting, okay, what output you are getting. So you will get some output. Okay, and then okay, so whether this output is always checked using the something called objective function. So you will check what is the objective function value, and then what you do, so for this particular u1 there will be corresponding y1. Okay, there will be corresponding y1. So then what you do, you intelligently you move from this point to other point. Okay, and it this U2 as some other U1, U2, U3, and this will be having some output. Okay, this will be having some output, and then what again you will check. So for this particular Y2, so what is that objective function value? So whichever is gives maximum, minimum or maximum, okay, depending upon your requirement, you will be selecting that particular thing. Okay, so like this you will move in this particular vector space. So internally, if you see how this optimization works in this particular fashion. Okay, it iteratively it moves from one point to other point. Okay, for different combinations of the input variables and the state variables. Okay, and it provides the solution. Okay, it provides the solution, and you will select the best solution. Okay, so this is basically how all optimization works internally. Okay, all optimization works internally. Now, how the one optimization algorithm is different from other optimization algorithm? This movement is there, na? So this movement, okay, I am just representing that with the dotted line. This movement will be different. Okay, moving from one point to other point is different in different optimization technique. That is all. Okay, so what is different from one? Say you may have linear programming. You may have genetic algorithm. You may have particle swarm optimization. Okay, you may have Gray-Wolf algorithm. I mean, if you see, there are a lot of thousands of optimization algorithms are there in market now. So what is different from each algorithm? It is basically movement. Okay, how you are moving from one point to other point is the differentiation what you will get in various algorithms. And some algorithm will take very less number of iterations, and some algorithm will take more number of iteration, but at some point it will converge. Okay, At some point it will converge and you will select in that particular journey. In that particular journey, whichever gives the best value, okay, you will select that particular value. Okay, so whichever gives the best value in that particular moment, or in that particular trajectory, or in that particular phase plane, you will basically select that particular best value. Okay, so is this concept clear? Because before going into the problem and the selection of different optimization techniques, even if you take up research in future, or even if you want to adopt this optimization techniques for any application, I mean, whenever you take up any project, first you see whether your project can be solved using optimization technique. Okay, so that is very important. Okay, so most of the problem, optimization techniques will give you the solution. Okay, so is this concept clear? What when you have to go for optimization technique, and how this optimization problem works internally? So if you are clear about this particular problem, I think we can move to the next one. Yeah. So now the next part is basically uh, what exactly this optimization. When I have to use the optimization. Okay. So now I'll just give you one simple example. Okay. Normally, I'll provide this example, everywhere. Okay. So now let us consider this. Okay. I think you should answer for this. X plus y is equal to 1. X minus y is equal to, say, minus 2. Okay. So could you please tell me what is x and y? Can anybody tell me this x and y? Yeah. So x plus y is equal to 1, x minus y is equal to minus 2. What is x and y value? Yeah. X is equal to minus 1 by 2. Okay, correct. X is equal to minus 0.5. Then y is equal to 1.5. Correct. So is there any other value is there? Can I substitute any other value here? No. So that means here you cannot use optimization algorithm. No optimization algorithm. So when you have a solution and you don't have a choices here, correct? Mathematically, you don't have any choices here. You cannot use optimization problem. Okay. Is that clear? Second problem. X plus y is equal to 1. What is x value? What is x value and what is y value? Any value, correct? Any value, any value, any value, will fit. Take, assume any x value, okay, you will get a y value, correct? So if you keep x value 0, y value is 1, correct? If you keep, this x value as 0.5, okay, y value is also 0.5, correct? It continues like this. So correct, if you see this particular thing, you have a choices. Okay, the value what you want to find, you have a choices. So here you can use optimization. Okay, optimization. Okay, here you can use optimization. Let me give you one more situation. X plus y is equal to 1. X minus y is equal to minus 2. Okay, x minus 3y is equal to 0. What is x and y? What is x and y here? So Abhinand is telling x is equal to 0.5. Is that correct? No, no, no. Yeah. So then what is x and y? Okay, okay. What is x and y here? For this particular problem, what is x and y? Can anybody? Yeah, it will lead to matrix. It will lead to matrix, and even you can represent that in a matrix way. What is that matrix? 1, 1, 1, minus 1. Okay, 1, minus 3. And you have x and y is equal to 1, minus 2, minus 2, 0. What is the solution? X is equal to 2 and y is equal to minus 1. X is equal to 2, y is equal to minus 1. So when you substitute these values here, third equation, is this old good? 2 minus uh, uh, plus 3 is not 0, right? Then how we can do this problem? Yeah. So here the answer is you don't have a solution. No solution. Okay. Hence no optimization algorithm. No optimization. There is no feasible point itself. Okay. Okay. There is no feasible point here. So you cannot find the solution for this problem. So hence you cannot use the optimization algorithm. Optimization algorithm is useful when your number of equation. Okay, so number of equations is less than the number of variable. Okay, when number of equations is equal to number of variables, you cannot use optimization as well. Okay, when your number of equation is greater than the number of variables, okay, then you cannot use optimization. So only scope is when you have number of equation less than number of variables, then you can use optimization. Is that clear? So when your model of a system results in the equation, okay, where number of equations are less than the number of variables, then you can use the optimization. That means you have some free control. Okay, you can tune that particular system using that particular control. Okay, so that is why optimization come into picture. Okay, so in other cases you don't have any control. Okay, so that is the only one thing what you have to look into this. I mean, you have to understand in mathematical perspective. Okay, now you understood, right? The choices means okay, and when you have to use optimization and all. Is that clear? Yeah. See now here what I'll try to tell you. Say for example, this problem I'll consider. Okay, so I think try to give answer. X plus y is equal to 1. Okay, so what is x and y? Okay, what is x and y? What is x and y? Just listen to my statement. What is less like x and y for the minimum value of x? So what is x and y for the minimum value of x? Can anybody tell me the solution? Or is there any many solutions are available or unique solution is available? Huh. What is that minimum value of x and the corresponding x and y value? Many? All agree that many solutions are there in this problem? Yeah, no, actually, no. Okay. Minimum value of x. What is the minimum value? Okay, yeah. So here what happens? Minimum value means it can be minus infinity, but let me restrict x greater than or equal to 0. If I give this one, then yes, you are correct. You are correct. Unique solution, correct. Yeah, I think Abhinand has given answer. So when I give this one, okay, minimum value of x and x greater than 0, then it is automatically this infinite solution is resulting in unique solution, correct? This infinite solution is resulting in unique solution. Can you see? This is what exactly we do in optimization. Okay, the infinite solutions what we have. Okay, so we use something, this minimum of x is there, na? So this part is normally coined as objective function. Okay, objective function. And this one, x greater than 0, is called boundary. Okay, bound value or constraints. Okay, so there'll be objective function. If you have an objective function and constraint, then it will result in the unique solution. You got it? It will result in the unique solution. Okay, unique solution. Is that clear? Now I think earlier I told it's a infinite solution. Now I got some unique solution. Okay, I got some unique solution. So what exactly is happening here? I'm just objective function is basically my core requirement. I am fulfilling my requirement and I am solving my system. I am getting the solution. Okay, just understand, say, minimize energy bill and schedule the power. And what is the objective? I should get a very less energy bill. Okay, and maximize the power output from electric vehicle. Okay, you do any combination of control and operations and driving style and all the things, driving pattern and all those things. But ultimately, what you have to do, your main objective is maximize the mileage. You see, so there will be objective and there will be constraint in objective optimization. Is that clear? Okay. Now, I think why I'm telling this, when you actually solve any system, you should know this particular things, how to transfer your actual problem to optimization problem. Okay, so that is the place where all the people will struggle. Okay, so if you can able to convert your problem, okay, actual problem to this mathematical formulation. Okay, so initially what you will be having your problem in terms of some statement, correct? Statement. So we know what kind of statement, minimize, maximize statement. That statement you have to convert to mathematical model. Okay, math model or mathematical optimization model, correct? Optimization model. Okay, so this is the, this is your, talent actually. So when you convert this one, solving is basically 10 minutes. Okay, so that hardly, you don't require time. So, you can easily solve that kind of problem. But the thing is, converting this problem to mathematical model is the challenge. Okay, when you convert that one, so I think, I'm just, trying to tell you the, significance of this particular optimization. When you do this particular thing, you will get a PhD many times. Okay, if you see them, those who are doing research work, they mostly converting their mathematical problem to optimization model, and they're solving that and they're publishing that as a research work, and they're they are considering that as a research outcome, you see. So I mean, this is the simple work what you have to do. And even if you are planning for higher studies or masters, okay, what kind of projects, you can, if you do these particular things, you will get a master degree or PhD degree. Okay, so that kind of significant output you will get it from this optimization. Okay, and let me start this one. So the basic structure of optimization problem is this. Okay, so this one you just have to know. So basic structure of optimization problem. What is the basic structure? Basic structure is minimize or maximize of objective function. Objective function. Okay. Subjected to okay, constraint. Subjected to constraint and boundary. Okay, so this is the general format of any optimization problem. Okay, so now in your entire work, what you have done in your engineering, you just solved some equation. That means you have solve some constraints only. Okay, so you're not to touch this objective function and boundary part. Okay, so in the infinite space, you try to solve that particular constraint. Say, for example, if I say, the secondary EMF in a transformer is equal to, N2 by N1 into E1. What exactly you are solving? In the infinite space, without any constraint, you are solving this particular equation. It is just the constraint. Okay, it is just the constraint what you are solving. So whatever you have done, okay, you have done only the constraint. So you are not touched this particular boundary and objective function. Okay, say for example, even if you write a curve for this particular equation. Okay, equation, if I consider this n1 and n2 as a constant value, and this will be some kind of linear line. Okay, so there is, in this is a line, and for a given E1 value, you will get a E2 value. Okay, so you are finding in an infinite space. You are not limiting. Okay, you are not limiting that one, and you are not expecting the value to be minimized or maximized. All those things you are not considered till now. So in optimization things that will come extra. Objective function will be there, and the boundary will be there along with constraints will be there. Is that clear? Everybody understood this? Uh, how to identify optimization problem. The next one, let me write, the mathematical model, okay, general model optimization problem. Okay, see first, what you want to find, okay, is basically X. What is that? So, what you want to find, okay, is basically X. You want to find something, right? So, what needs to be now found, okay, is basically X. I am just considering that X. So this X has an infinite number of combination. Okay, so that means X I need to find out X. Okay, X is some cases, this is, it's people call this as control variable, or simply some variable in a system. Okay, these are the words they'll use. X is the thing what I want to find. Now, what is now I know the general format of optimization: minimization or maximization of f of x. What I so here your x is there now. So this x is need not be one variable. It can be a vector. Okay, it can be a n number of values what you want to find. Okay, so it can be a vector. Now your objective function should be a function of your variable, your control variable. Okay, so your objective function should be function of your control variable. Is that clear? So now that is your objective function. Second one, what will do normally? Second step, subjected to a constraint. Constraint, I am just writing, say g of x, okay, is equal to 0. Okay, you just imagine. So this is f of x is not a single variable function. It's a multivariable function. G of x is also multivariable function and multiple equations. Okay, multiple equations. Now what you have to observe here, g of x is equal to 0, and the constraint also should be function of the control variable. What is that? The constraint also should be a function of control variable. G of x means what? G is a function of x. So it is equal to 0. So this is a constraint. And this constraint, okay, so what is this? This is objective function. Okay, objective function. The second, g of x is is equal to 0. Is equal to is there, na? Equal to symbol. So that's why it is called equality constraint. Okay, equality constraint. Okay, and then h of x less than or equal to 0. What I am trying to do here, I am formulating some more constraint, which is not equality, inequality. Okay, inequality may be there. So that inequality also I am considering, and also that inequality functions are also functions of control variable. So this is basically inequality constraint. Okay, inequality constraint. Okay, so then finally your control variable is there. Your control variable, you may restrict that to inside some kind of convex spectrum or convex polyhedra. So that is, it may be you may be limiting. Okay, so that you are maybe setting some boundary. Okay, so that is basically lower limit and upper limit of that particular variable. Okay, so this is called boundary. Okay, so this is called the boundary of the problem. Now you see here, so altogether this equality constraint and inequality constraint. So now this is the general format of optimization problem. Okay, mathematically. Okay, so this is how you can represent. So now here f of x is an objective function, g of x is equal to 0 is inequality constraint, h of x is less than or equal to 0 inequality constraint, and x is in between lower bound and upper bound. So this is basically the mathematical representation of any optimization problem. Now what I said, I told you this part. So problem to mathematical model. So you, whatever problem you have, you should be in a position to convert that to this format. If you can convert that particular format to this format, then I think you can solve that one and you can get whatever result you want. Okay, so this is what you just have to understand. Is that clear? What this mathematical formulation is clear? Okay. Okay, yeah. So now what I'll write, okay, since I told all these things are, multiple, multiple equation. So you can also represent that with, matrix format also, matrix format also, or, this can be f of x only, f of x subjected to a inequality constraint x less than or equal to b inequality, and a equality constraint x is equal to b equality, and x is in between the lower bound and upper bound. Okay, lower bound and upper bound. So this is one matrix representation of your optimization problem. Okay, optimization problem. So same, both are same, but only I just given the this is a equation, multiple equations. Okay, g of x is a multiple equation with multiple variable. The same thing I represented in a matrix form, so that will result in this format. Okay, a b all are b is a vector, a is a matrix. Okay, f of x is again a single value function. F of x is a single value function. Okay, so now the thing is what you have to, as a programmer, what you need to know. So ultimately you should have this one, and then what you have to do, you just have to provide f a inequality, no b inequality, a equality, and b equality. These are all the constant value for any given problem, correct? So these constants, okay, so these constant represents a system. Okay, these constants represents a system. Okay, physical structure. It represents the physical structure. These parameter you will provide to any optimization technique, and that will give x. So if you provide this parameter to optimization technique, okay, what it will give? So it will give the solution. Okay, so it will give the solution. What is that solution? That solution is x. Okay, so this x is basically, normally they'll call it as x star. X star is basically best solution. Okay, so optimum solution is basically x. So that is what we intend to get from this particular optimization problem. So we formulate a mathematical model of a optimization problem, and we find out the system representation system constant, and we feed the system constant to optimization technique, and it will provide the global solution or best solution. Okay, so that is how the optimization problem works. And optimization technique, okay, you can use genetic algorithm, you can use PSO, you can use simulated annealing, you can use I told you n number of optimization techniques are there. You can use anything to solve your problem, and ultimately you will get X, as a output. Okay, so this is the X what you will get as a output, and that X, that is the best output. You don't have any other value, better than this X star. So that's why, if you are solving that problem using, optimization technique, then better than that, you don't have anything. Okay, so that is ultimately what you can conclude. So that's why everybody uses optimization technique. Okay, so is this concept clear, everybody? Any questions in this optimization, concept? Because then I'll take up some optimization technique in the next class maybe. There what I'll do, I'll be discussing. So I may discuss some programs, say maybe this program. Okay, so there I'll just work on this, directly I'll feed this particular constant, matrices and vectors, and there you should not have any questions and doubts. So that's why all optimization programming platforms will expect this one. Okay, F, A in, A inequality, B inequality, these constant matrices are there. So those things we have to provide to all the program. Okay, irrespective of the, in MATLAB also same. Okay, in Python, everywhere the same thing. So there is no difference. Any programming language you take, okay, in every programming language, so these things you have to provide. Okay, so these things you have to provide. If you provide these things, okay, you will get the solution X. So that is how it works. So then when I demonstrate one program, you can understand. But believe me, okay, so if you think in this direction, okay, to solve any problem using optimization, you will get very very convincing significant results for any problem. It may be, maybe employee management, it can be production maximization, it can be minimum investment, or it can be any problem, anything you consider, you can easily convert to that to mathematical model, and you can solve that one. Okay, so even any problem I told, so it can be medical problem, it can be mechanical problem, electrical problem, it can be management problem. Okay, so all the problem you can solve using optimization technique. Okay, optimization concept. Okay, so next class I will demonstrate one or two optimization techniques. Okay, how we can solve this kind of problem, and maybe you can prepare yourself, and come up with some problem. Okay, optimization problem, so that we can solve that kind of specific optimization problem. Okay, I'll take up that part in the next class. I think I before starting the program,